Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Spalding Gymnasium for Keene State College volleyball action. This is the LEC Championship Tournament first round. It'll be the Keene State College Owls taking on the Plymouth State Panthers in a classic rivalry matchup tonight. I'm Matt Holderman, and I'll be keeping you up to date on the action throughout the night. We're just about a minute away from start time. Now, this is the LEC Championship Tournament first round. Tonight, the number 3 seed, Keene State College, will be taking on the visiting number 6 seed, Plymouth State Panthers. And also in the first round going on in New England, number 4, Western Connecticut, will be taking on number 5, Rhode Island College in Danbury, Connecticut. So, 2 first round matchups happening tonight. The winners of those 2 respective matchups will move on to face number 2 UMass Boston and number 1 Eastern Connecticut in the next round of the tournament. Now, these teams have met once already this year in Spalding Gym. The Panthers came in to Keene looking for a win, but were not able to get it. The Owls defeated the Panthers 3-1 earlier this year. Megan Palmer led in that match with 14 kills, and Kate West added 22 digs. Bailey Wilson had 41 assists. We'll have more stats for you throughout the night, but now we'll take you down courtside for the anthem and player introductions.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Spalding Gym on the campus of Keene State College for tonight's Little East Conference quarterfinal matchup between the number seeded Panthers of Plymouth State University and the number 3 seeded Owls of Keene State College. And now for the starting lineups. First, for the Panthers, an outside hitter from Port St. Lucie, Florida, number 4, Lex Bowers. A right-sided player from Sandown, New Hampshire, number 7, Allie Rogers. An outside hitter from Rochester, New Hampshire, number 9, Hannah Douglas. A setter from Moltenberg, New Hampshire, number 11, Alexa Price. An outside hitter from Milton, New Hampshire, number 15, Alicia Flanagan. A middle blocker from Lena, Illinois, number 16, Ari Linden. And a middle blocker from Frederick, Colorado, number 25, Francie Schaefer. The Panthers are coached by Joan Forge. The assistant coaches are Bill Bodette, Carolyn Hadjasek, Catherine Labrie, and Caitlin Tedeschi. And now the starting lineup for the Owls from Keene State College. A middle blocker from Dublin, Ireland, number 1, Neve Dodd. A libero from Simi Valley, California, number 2, Riley Bunker. An outside hitter from Derry, New Hampshire, number 3, Olivia Matthew. A middle blocker from Rockledge, Florida, number 5, Elizabeth Johnson. An outside hitter from East Islip, New York, number 8, Megan Palmer. A setter from Moorpark, California, number 16, Bailey Wilson. And a defensive specialist from Hopkinton, Massachusetts, number 24, Kate West. The Owls are coached by Bob Weiner. The assistant coaches are Taylor Bright, Jen Phillips-Merrill, Stacy Brandon, and Chuck Roberson. At this time, we ask that you rise and remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem to honor America.
And we're ready for postseason action here in Spalding Gymnasium. Once again, it's the number 3 Keene State College Owls taking on the number 6 Plymouth State Panthers. Now, a couple of players to watch for in this matchup tonight on both sides. Obviously, Megan Palmer for the Owls. In the regular season, she led the Owls in kills with 295, and right behind her with 188 kills is Neve Dodd. And this will be Dodd's last time playing in Spalding Gym, along with Riley Bunker and the other seniors on the team, Callie Sequeira and Kate West. And then for the Panthers, watch for Alexis Bowers. She has 193 kills on the season, which leads the way. Right behind her, Ari Linden with 185, and Alicia Flanagan has 170. All three of them near the top for their team in the kills category. So keep an eye on those three, all getting the starting nod tonight. And also for the Owls, of course, always important to pay attention to both Riley Bunker and Bailey Wilson. Bunker leads the team in digs, and Wilson leads the team in assists. Bunker, a multiple-time Defensive Player of the Week this season. And we're underway. Alexa Price starts with the serve. Neve Dodd with an attack now. Now Flanagan will set up number 15 of the Panthers. Alicia Flanagan gets the kill, and the Panthers strike first. Riley Bunker dove for it, but couldn't quite get to it. And the Panthers open up an early lead, 1-0. They score the first. Alexa Price with the serve. Now Bailey Wilson sets up Neve Dodd, and that's an attack and kill for Dodd. She has the first for the Owls, and once again, last time here in Spalding Gym for all the seniors of the Owls. Now Olivia Matthews serving. An attack from Flanagan of the Panthers, but the Owls are on it. Megan Palmer, attack and kill. That's Palmer's first of the night, and she is now 4 away from 300 on the season. Once again, she hit 295 in the regular season. Now Matthew to serve once again. Attack from the Panthers. That one was blocked by Neve Dodd, and Keene State will pick up the point. They lead 3-1 now. Matthew to serve again. Matthews had an impressive season for the Owls too. Bailey Wilson sets up Olivia Matthew. Attack, but the Panthers are on it. And that attack from number 25, Francie Schaefer, was blocked by multiple Owls players. And they'll extend their lead. 4 unanswered points by the Owls now. It's 4-1. And now this one's set up for number 7, Allie Rogers. The Owls all over it. Neve Dodd, attack and kill. She spikes it to the floor, and quickly, Neve Dodd making her mark in her final match at Spalding Gym. 2 kills early to start. And Alexa Price set up Schaefer, but no good. Owls score again. Earlier this season, when the Panthers came to Spalding Gym, the Panthers were able to win the first set, 26-24. But the Owls not going to let that happen again here. I know it's still early, but it's a 6-1 Owls lead. An announcer's curse possibly, as the Panthers are going to score on that one. A couple Owls dove for it. None could get to it. This is a serve from Alicia Flanagan. And now Megan Palmer tries tipping it over, and she will successfully do so. Just got a finger on it, and none of the Panthers could answer. The ball will go right back to Keene. Now Riley Bunker will be serving. This is her last match at Spalding Gym as well. Just a couple weeks ago, she became the Owls' all-time leader in digs. What a great career for Bunker. There's another dig to add to her total. An attack from the freshman, Elizabeth Johnson. And now an attack from number 7 of the Panthers, Allie Rogers. The Owls all over it. Olivia Matthew hits that one out of bounds, and that'll be Panthers ball. Plenty of things to talk about in this matchup, and that's exactly what you'd expect when it's playoff time. It's now number 9, Hannah Douglas, serving for Plymouth. Kill for Megan Palmer, landed just in the corner of the Panthers' side of the court. And it's always awesome whenever the Panthers come to town, no matter what sport it is. Owls-Panthers, a classic LEC rivalry. Bailey Wilson there to save that one. And now Price will set up Allie Rogers. Elizabeth Johnson puts that one over the net. And now Lex Bowers hits that one. The Owls save it again. Attack from Megan Palmer is good. It'll go out of bounds off the Panthers. And Megan Palmer and Neve Dodd leading the way for Keene State early on already. Bailey Wilson will serve as the Owls lead by 6. Price saved that one, but it's going to be an attack error by the Panthers. That'll give the point to Keene State. And Plymouth State will call a timeout. Real quick, we're going to take a break here. You're watching Keene State College volleyball postseason action on the Owls Media Network. Keene State leading 10-3 early on. And we're back here at Spalding Gym on the Owls Media Network, ready to resume early on in the first set here of the Owls versus Panthers playoff game. Bailey Wilson will serve. Now Price will set up Allie Rogers, and Rogers will get the kill. That's now 2 on the night for the Panthers' Allie Rogers. Rogers with a decent regular season. She had 83 kills, which was 6th most for the Panthers, but she leads the way early on tonight. Now an attack from Kelly Hunt of the Owls. But now Lex Bowers, the Panthers' leader in kills with attacks. But the Owls will respond for a moment, but the Panthers blocked Megan Palmer's attack. And so that'll be back-to-back scores for Plymouth State, cutting the Owls' lead to 5 points now. Still a great start to the night for Keene. Bailey Wilson will set up Elizabeth Johnson, and it lands in bounds. Kill for Elizabeth Johnson, and that's her first of the night. Now Megan Palmer already with 3 kills on the night will serve. Lex Bowers attacks, but Riley Bunker gets the dig. And now an attack and kill for Olivia Matthew. A bunch of Owls players scoring kills early on. Palmer, Dodd, Johnson, and Matthew, all with kills in the match so far. Alexa Price sets up Bowers. Now Bowers attacks and kills. Never mind, not a kill. It's going to be an error by the Panthers. That'll give it to Keene State. The Owls hold on to it. 13-5 now. Make it 14-5. That's a service ace for Megan Palmer. The Owls dominant early on so far. Palmer with another great serve. Now Price sets up. Kelly Hunt blocked. Elizabeth Johnson blocks too. But now that one batted over by Ari Linden. Riley Bunker will set up Kelly Hunt. Panthers save it and score as well. And they will break up the momentum that the Owls were on for a moment We'll see if the Panthers can start a charge towards the lead. Lex Bowers serves. And now Olivia Matthew with the attack. It'll be Alexa Price. And the Owls' block is successful. That'll give them the ball back quickly. Now Elizabeth Johnson will be serving. As you saw, she got her first kill of the night just a few moments ago. Price sets up Linden with the attack. The Owls have been all over it tonight. Only 2 kills on the match so far for the Panthers. That's going to be 3 there. Megan Palmer dove for that one, but it'll be out of bounds off her. Now a serve from Ari Linden. Kelly Hunt's attack goes out of bounds. So another point for the Panthers. The Owls still have a decent lead. We're about midway through set number 1 now. 15-8 is the lead for Keene. Now Bailey Wilson sets up Neve Dodd, but the attack is no good. She can't get it over the net. And the Panthers have scored a few in a row now. The middle blocker, Ari Linden, will continue to serve. Wilson over to Kelly Hunt on the other side of the court. And that'll result in a kill. Kelly Hunt is now the 5th Owl to have a kill in the first set. And now in the game for Keene State is Kate West, likely playing her last match at Spalding Gym as well. And she'll serve. Attack from Flanagan, but now an attack from Olivia Matthew. Panthers well scouted, and a bad hit by Lex Bowers, though. That'll give it to Keene. 17-9, the Owls have maintained a healthy lead for almost the entire first set. Attack there from Francie Schaefer, and now an attack from Neve Dodd in response. Still on the Panthers side of the court. Flanagan gets it over the net. And Olivia Matthew responds. It'll be a kill for Matthew. And a great one, spiked straight to the floor. I believe number 1, Hannah Chartier, could not get it for the Panthers. Now an attack from Flanagan. Kate West diving, but Flanagan will get it for the Panthers. And now the Panthers setter, Alexa Price, will be at the service line. Bailey Wilson over to Neve Dodd. And it's good. It lands just in bounds. Another one for Neve Dodd. And now Olivia Matthew will be serving. Dig there for number 16. And Alicia Flanagan's attack doesn't make it over the net. And Plymouth State will need to call another timeout. It's 20-10 Owls through most of the first set here. And we'll stay with you during this timeout. We'll get back to action in just a minute. The Owls have dominated the first set so far. They came ready to play against Plymouth State. Now earlier this season when the Panthers visited Spalding Gym, the Owls had not lost a single set to date on the season. The Panthers, however, like I mentioned earlier, were able to win the first set here at Spalding Gym earlier when the two teams played. So the Owls know a tough opponent is in store tonight. They've known all along. The Panthers were the first opposing team to win a set in Spalding Gym all season long, as the Owls started on a huge streak on their home court early in the year, winning, I believe, the first 18 consecutive sets. The Panthers earlier on were able to end that streak, though, about a month or two ago. And it's a different story here in the first set of this tournament matchup as the Owls score again. Keene State coming out of the gate strong with a 21-10 lead now. And it doesn't look like the Panthers are going to be able to win the first set this time unless they're able to mount an amazing comeback. They trail by double digits, 10 points. It's 21-11. The Owls only need 4 more to go up 1-0 early on. Attack from Neve Dodd, but Flanagan's there on the dig. Now Lex Bowers with an attack. Bowers still looking for her first kill of the night. That'll go out of bounds off Ari Linden of the Panthers. There'll be another point scored for Megan Palmer. She gives possession right back to Keene State, and it'll be Riley Bunker serving, looking to put the first set away in a few moments. Alexa Price sets up Allie Rogers. And Bailey Wilson can't save that one for the Owls. So Panthers score. Now number 9, Hannah Douglas, the freshman for the Panthers, who got the starting nod tonight. She'll be serving, their defensive specialist, and that's a service ace. Great job by Douglas. It just made it over the net and landed right in the center of the court in between all the Owls. So Hannah Douglas with a service ace. Now Bailey Wilson sets up Megan Palmer, who tips it in. That's a point for Keene State. It's now 23-13. And to win this set, the Owls only need 2 more. This time it'll be Bailey Wilson serving. Hannah Douglas running for it, gets the dig. And now Lex Bowers attack. It goes way out of bounds, though. And that'll make it set point for the Owls, 24-13. And the sophomore setter, Wilson, will serve. Alexa Price just saves that one. Elizabeth Johnson puts it back on the Panthers side of the court, though. Bowers attacks and tipped back over by Allie Rogers. Rogers will get the kill and keep the Panthers in it for a moment. It's still set point for Keene State, though, 24-14. Hannah Chartier will be serving for the Panthers. Riley Bunker diving for that one, gets it. Elizabeth Johnson puts it over the net. Now Lex Bowers with an attack, and it's good. That'll be Bowers' first kill of the match. And it took her nearly the entire first set to do it, not what we were expecting. It's the Panthers' lead killer, Bowers. She's struggled so far, but headed into the second set, we'll see what she can do. And that will end the first set. Megan Palmer attacks, and it goes out of bounds off the Panthers. 25-15, the final score of set number 1. So early on, the number 3 seed Keene State College Owls will go up 1-0 here at Spalding Gym, their home court. The Owls have been strong all season long at home. Like I mentioned earlier this year, got a 3-1 victory over the Panthers here at Spalding Gym. So early lead for Keene State College. We'll be back in just a few minutes here on the Owls Media Network. You're watching Keene State College postseason volleyball action. And we're back here on the Owls Media Network, getting ready for the start of the second set of action in this round one matchup of the Little East Conference Volleyball Tournament. It's the Owls versus the Panthers, a classic rivalry here at Spalding Gym. The Owls are up 1-0 early on. We're just a few moments away from the start of set number 2. We'll take a quick glance at the LEC tournament schedule for volleyball. Obviously, tonight, Keene State taking on Plymouth State here in Spalding Gym, and also Western Connecticut taking on Rhode Island College. Those are the number 4 and 5 seeds also playing right now. We'll have a score update on their match later on in the evening. And then the 2 winners of the matches tonight will move on to the Final Four, which will be played at Eastern Connecticut on November 2nd. The highest remaining seed will face number 2 UMass Boston, whereas the lowest remaining seed will face number 1 Eastern Connecticut in the Final Four. Actually, no, the winner of this match, whether it be Keene or Plymouth, will face UMass Boston. And the winner of the Western Connecticut Rhode Island College match will face Eastern Connecticut. That is how the Final Four will go. And we're underway in set number 2. Attack from Olivia Matthew. And now an attack from Lex Bowers, able to get, and that'll be a point. The Panthers score first. And that's the same way that Plymouth State started set number 1, going up 1-0. But they weren't able to extend their lead any farther than that. Serve from Hannah Douglas. And now an attack from Neve Dodd. The Panthers tried blocking it but can't do it. Dodd will score. She struck first in set number 1 for the Owls, and she strikes first in set number 2 as well. Great night so far for the Owls senior Neve Dodd. That one hit out of bounds too far to the right by number 7, Allie Rogers of the Panthers. So make it 2-1 Owls. Olivia Matthew with the serve. Now Price sets up Linden. Bunker and Palmer run for it, and Palmer will bump it backwards over the net. Still in play. Bailey Wilson blocks that attack from Bowers. But now Linden attacks once again. Still going. That one goes out of bounds off the Panthers. Megan Palmer will score. So possession still with the Owls, starting this set so far, much like they started the first one, in dominant fashion. Dig from Riley Bunker, a wild one. And confusion there. None of the Owls went for it, neither Kate West or Riley Bunker. They both watched it fall between them, so that'll give it back to Plymouth State. Now in the match for Plymouth State, number 24, Maria Wimpy. That's a service ace for her, and she's ecstatic about it. Perfect serve by Maria. And that'll tie it up. It's 3-3 early on in set number 2. Big attack from Neve Dodd. And a sneak there by the Panthers, putting it over the net in 2, and that'll give them the lead back. Plymouth State leads by 1. And their number 24 player will continue to serve. Bailey Wilson sets up Megan Palmer. Palmer's attack blocked. And now Riley Bunker attacks. Don't say that too often. Big attack by Lex Bowers, but the Owls save it and score. I believe it was Neve Dodd that'll get the kill once again. She's having an outstanding night. 5 or 6 kills at least for Dodd through sets 1 and 2 so far. Now Riley Bunker to serve. Price will set up Bowers, but Kate West gets the dig. The Owls keep it in play, and Palmer attacks. Error by the Panthers there. And Keene State takes the lead back now by 1. It's 5-4 Owls. And the libero, Riley Bunker, will serve. Set up for Lex Bowers again. Kate West diving, saves it. And the Owls are on fire. 2 back-to-back impressive saves by Keene State. Not letting Lex Bowers score for her team. So Bunker will serve again. Price to Bowers. Fake there from Linden. But Keene State's all over it. And this one's set up for Wimpy. Now Elizabeth Johnson attacks, and that'll be a kill for Johnson. The Owls now starting to get on a bit of a scoring streak once again, just like they had a few of in set number 1. The Owls have scored the last 4 in a row as Price sets up Bowers again. And that's going to be a big kill for Bowers. I believe it bounced off of Riley Bunker. I couldn't see the ball flying right at me and the rest of the crowd. Nobody gets hit, though. And we're continuing. Diving save by Wimpy there. And now an attack from Palmer. She'll try again. And that's going to be score Owls. It's now been not the last 5 in a row for the Owls. Bowers just got a kill a few moments ago. But the Owls will try to go back on another scoring streak starting now. That's the last 2 in a row, and they've extended their lead to 4. That's the biggest of set number 2 so far. Bailey Wilson serves for Keene. And Price will set up Ari Linden, blocked by Megan Palmer. Now Flanagan with an attack goes out of bounds. That'll happen often when a player will see one of her teammates' previous attacks get blocked, and she'll hit it a little bit higher to try to make sure her attack doesn't get blocked. But in that case, it went too far. Now an attack error by Lex Bowers. Not enough power behind her hit. And Keene State on another scoring streak, like I mentioned. Attack from Alicia Flanagan. And now that one is set up for Kelly Hunt. It's going to be a point for Keene State. Lex Bowers dove for it. Got the dig, but it went out of bounds after that. And it's a timeout, Plymouth State. The Owls lead by 7 points now. It's 12-5 here in the second set of action. The Owls also lead by 1 set. You're watching Owls volleyball action here on the Owls Media Network. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We're back here on the Owls Media Network, ready to resume play. It's 12-5, Keene State over Plymouth State in the second set. And that's a service error by Bailey Wilson. She hit it out of bounds. Good call by Lex Bowers of the Panthers. It was close to landing in bounds, but she made the call and got her team the point. Now a serve from Ari Linden. Megan Palmer's attack attempted to be blocked by the Panthers. And now Elizabeth Johnson attacks. She'll be able to get the kill. Goes out of bounds off a Panthers player, and possession will go back to Keene State. Megan Palmer serving this time. The Panthers running for it, but can't get to it. And that'll give Megan Palmer her second service ace of the match. 14-6 now the score, as the Owls continue to extend their lead. It's now a lead by 8. Price over to Flanagan, but Megan Palmer gets the dig. And now Olivia Matthew just bumps it over the net. Lex Bowers over to Flanagan. And now Olivia Matthew attack gets blocked, but Riley Bunker puts it over the net. And now another attack from Flanagan. Bunker's there for that one too. Kelly Hunt attacks. And now Flanagan again goes out of bounds though. And after a long volley that time, the Owls score again. Megan Palmer still has it, and she will be serving. Once we resume here. And we're ready to go. The ref blows the whistle, and we are all set. And make it 3 service aces now for Megan Palmer. That one goes out of bounds off of Bowers. And the Owls have a double-digit lead once again. It's 16-6. Bowers just barely able to get that one over the net. But now a kill from Elizabeth Johnson. And possession will stay right with Keene State. Palmer still serving. The dig there from Bowers. And now Price will set up Schaefer. Goes out of bounds, though. The Panthers thought that they had it that time. But it's the Owls extending their lead once again. Price tips it over the net. Keene State all over it, though. Panthers block that one. Owls get it back over. And that one tipped over by Annie Heller in the game for the Panthers. And that's another point for Keene State. The ball went up on the Panthers side of the court and right back down. Nobody diving for it. Confusion by the Panthers, and that's given the Owls a 13-point lead here in the second set now. It's 19-6 as the Owls are looking to go up 2-0 here on their home court. We'll be back in just a moment here. You're watching postseason volleyball action here on the Owls Media Network. Back here at Spalding Gym on the Owls Media Network. It's a 19-6 lead for Keene State over Plymouth State in the second set of action here. Megan Palmer served for the Owls. That's an attack from Heller now of the Panthers. Now Olivia Matthew attack. Well scouted by Plymouth. Sent over to Kelly Hunt, but the Panthers all over it again. Lex Bowers attack. It'll go just out of bounds to the left, and the Owls just keep scoring. It's now a 14-point lead and a long scoring streak for Keene State. That one just whiffs over the top of the net for Palmer. And it's going to result in a service ace. The Panthers can't get it back over the net. Big handful of aces for Palmer tonight, and she'll look for another here as she is still serving. Sneak attack by Alexa Price, but the Owls were expecting it. Olivia Matthew attacks now. Plenty of Panthers dove for it, but none could get it. 22-6, and this set quite possibly even more dominating for the Owls than the first one. And finally, Megan Palmer makes a mistake, and that'll give the ball back to the Panthers. 22-7 now. And the Panthers are going to have to come back from a 15-point deficit here in the second set if they want to keep from going down 2-0. Big spike from Kelly Hunt. She'll get the kill. She now has a pair of kills on the night. And it's 23-7 Owls. Elizabeth Johnson will be serving. Bad dig there by Annie Heller, and that'll make it set point for Keene. It's 24-7. In a very lopsided second set here. The Panthers are going to have to regroup here in between sets number 2 and 3. Megan Palmer attacks. And now Neve Dodd tips it over. She's back in the game for the Owls. Ari Linden saves that one from being an Owls point. Big attack and kill there for Allie Rogers. Nice job by number 7 of the Panthers. And so Plymouth State will have possession. It's still set point for the Owls as they maintain a 16-point lead now. Annie Heller with the serve. Now Bailey Wilson across court to Olivia Matthew. Attack and kill. This set is over. And a dominant set for the Owls. Even more impressive than the first one. 25-8. And the Owls go up 2-0 here at home in this round 1 matchup of the LEC volleyball tournament. We'll be back in a minute or two for some stats, updates, and analysis here on the Owls Media Network. Will the Panthers be able to make the comeback, or will the Owls put this one away? We'll find out in just a few moments. And we're back here at Spalding Gym on the Owls Media Network, just about a minute away from the start of set number 3. It's Keene State College taking on Plymouth State University. And the Owls are up 2-0 over the Panthers. The Owls in dominant fashion won set number 2, 25-8. And the Panthers are looking to come from behind and stay in this one. Once again, the winner of this match tonight will move on to face UMass Boston on November 2nd That match will be at Eastern Connecticut State University. And it'll be the semifinals. Then the two winners from the semifinals matchups will move on to the championship the night after. Number 1, Eastern Connecticut, and number 2, UMass Boston, already in the Final Four. And Keene State will look to add themselves to that mix of teams with just one more set victory right here, right now, over the Panthers. And we're underway in set number 3. Alexa Price served. That's going to be an error by the Panthers. That'll give the first point to Keene. And as the Owls are already up 2-0, they need to win just this set to win the match. That one will go out of bounds off Olivia Matthew. It's a Panthers point. Now number 15, Alicia Flanagan, will be serving. Kate West with the dig. And Neve Dodd attacks. Flanagan diving for it. Is able to save it. Riley Bunker dives now. Dives and jousts everywhere that time. And it's going to be Plymouth State with the advantage on that volley. They lead 2-1. The Panthers need to win this set to stay in it. Plymouth State looking to avoid elimination. The loss tonight would eliminate them from the LEC tournament. That one goes out of bounds off the Panthers. Right over top of the media desk here. Lex Bowers ran for it but could not quite get to it, so that'll give it back to Keene. And it's all tied up. Riley Bunker serves. Set error by Alexa Price. That'll give Keene State the lead back 3-2. Now Riley Bunker, the Owls' all-time leader in digs, will serve once again. Bunker also leads the Owls on service aces so far this season. Bunker has 48 service aces this season. But it wasn't an ace that time. It was an error by Bunker. That gives the point to the Panthers. And Elizabeth Johnson with an error. Back-to-back errors for the Owls. That'll give the lead back to Plymouth State. It's now 4-3. And their number 9 defensive specialist, Hannah Douglas, will be serving. And a Panthers player needs to tie her shoe really quick. And we're ready to go. Douglas with the serve. Now Bailey Wilson sets up Megan Palmer. Attack and kill for Palmer. It's good. And now Palmer has over 300 kills, regular season and postseason combined. Attack and kill for Lex Bowers. Spikes it to the floor. None of the Owls could get that one. And the Panthers will hold on to the lead. A much better start to this set than any of the others for them tonight. It's now Maria Wimpy serving. Bailey Wilson to set up Kelly Hunt. And an error by Hunt that time. And the Owls have given the lead to Plymouth State here in set number 3. Plenty of errors by the Owls early on. They'll have to clean that up. And that's going to be a sneak attack by Bailey Wilson. She gets the kill. None of the Panthers ready for it. But as I was saying, the Owls need to put this one away as soon as possible. So they'll need to fix the errors. It's going to be another error that time by Keene. Different story early on in this set so far. The Panthers have led for most of it. It's 7-5. And Lex Bowers serves. Now Wilson to set up Olivia Matthew. Attack and kill from Matthew. The Owls still look very impressive despite their mistakes in this set. They'll get possession back. It's Elizabeth Johnson who has it. And she'll serve. Dig there by Douglas. Price tips it over the net and gets the kill. Alexa Price putting it over in two, just like Bailey Wilson did a few moments ago. The setters for each respected team getting themselves some kills tonight. Ari Linden now will serve. Neve Dodd attack and kill. It's been a kill party the last few minutes of this match, as the Owls and Panthers are trading some blows in this set. But the Panthers still lead by one, 7-8. The Panthers in this set have already scored the same amount that they scored in set number 2. Panthers looking much better in this set than they have all match long. The Panthers save that one from being out of bounds off them. And they save it again. Great dig by one of the Panthers players. And now Olivia Matthew will try again with an attack. She's going to get the kill that time. It'll be out of bounds. Plymouth State. The Owls have managed to tie it back up. 8-all. And now it's Kate West serving for Keene. Alexa Price will set up Flanagan. A couple Owls tried blocking it, couldn't do it. Neve Dodd attack and kill. And Dodd has been so impressive for the Owls tonight, nearly up at double digits on kills. And Keene State has the lead, 9-8. They're first in a little bit here. The Panthers impressive so far. Bailey Wilson all over that attack from Flanagan. Kate West, I don't know how she got that one. She was on the floor. The ball just came to her and she got it. And point Keene State. It's 10-8. The scoreboard here in Spalding Gym says 9-9. Hopefully they'll be able to fix that one. A little confusion here, actually. That last one might have been Panthers' point, and it was. The ref signaled that it was the Owls' point, but it was the Panthers. But this one will be all Owls. And now they have 10. So still a 1-point lead for Keene State. They'll take possession back. And Olivia Matthew will be serving. She has 7 kills and 10 digs in the match tonight. Alexa Price diving for this one out of bounds. Can't get it. Now let's take a moment to update you on some stats in this match. Olivia Matthew actually has 9 kills now, as she will serve. Kate West dives for that one. Now an attack from number 7 of the Panthers. Lex Bauer sends it over to Flanagan. Riley Bunker gets another dig. Now Price over to Flanagan once more. Blocked by Wilson and Dodd. But it goes out of bounds off of them. So that'll be a Panthers point. And we'll save the stats updates for when we get a break here. Stick with the action on the court. It's an attack from Megan Palmer, but the Panthers get it back over the net. Wilson sets up Neve Dodd. Now Riley Bunker with a dig over to Bailey Wilson, and Megan Palmer attacks, Panthers still all over it. Flanagan sets up Rogers. And it's a point for the Owls. 12-10. Now the score. Looks like on screen we're having some issues with the cameras. I'll do my best to keep you up to date on the action as we try to fix that. It'll be Owls ball once we resume play here. Some discussion on court. Riley Bunker will be serving, and now the ref whistles. We're ready to resume. Bunker serves, and service ace for Riley Bunker. Hannah Douglas tried getting the dig, but it hit the floor right in front of her, and Riley Bunker now has 49 service aces on the year. She'll go for another here, and she gets it. Lex Bowers could not get the dig on that one. Just hit it to the floor on the Panthers side of the court. So make it 50. Service aces on the season for Riley Bunker. She's still serving as the Owls lead by 4. Bowers with the dig. Nothing going. Bunker is on a roll serving. She scored the last 3 in a row. All aces. And now the Panthers will get it over. Bailey Wilson to Callie Sequeira in the game for Keene State. But it's an error by the Owls, so that'll give it back to Plymouth after the Owls went on a big scoring streak for a little while there. So it's Hannah Douglas serving now. Megan Palmer attacks. Flanagan was able to get the dig with it, though. Wilson tips it over and gets the kill. That's now 2 kills for Bailey Wilson as she will be serving. Wilson also has 30 assists already in the match. She leads the team in assists and leads the Little East Conference in assists for that matter. And that is going to be a kill for Allie Rogers of the Panthers. Owls still with a 4-point lead, but the Panthers will take possession back. It's number 5, Kennedy Main, who is in the game for Plymouth State. She is serving. Dig from Matthew, and Bailey Wilson will set up Kelly Hunt. Tipped right in, though, by Price and Linden of the Panthers. They'll score. No chance for Hunt to get that one back over the net. And so the ball will stick with the Panthers. A serve from number 5. Bailey Wilson sets up Megan Palmer. Palmer gets blocked by Lex Bowers, and the Panthers score again. Plymouth State trying to come back from the deficit they've been in for a while. It's a 2-point lead now for Keene. Kennedy Main with the serve. Bailey Wilson will set up Megan Palmer, who attacks. And it's a kill. It goes out of bounds off Hannah Douglas of the Panthers. And that is now 12 kills in the match for Megan Palmer. Palmer with a very impressive match so far. 3 service aces, 8 digs, and Palmer serves now. Error by the Panthers. That'll give it right back to Megan Palmer. She is still serving, and she'll serve again now. Dig from Hannah Douglas. Alexa Price over to Lex Bowers. The Owls try blocking it. Can't do it, though. That's going to give it back to Plymouth State. They trail by just 3 now. And their lead killer, Lex Bowers, will serve. Dig from Riley Bunker. Now Bailey Wilson sets up Callie Sequeira. Panthers all over it. Flanagan attacks. Now Bailey Wilson over to Olivia Matthews. She attacks and kills. That's now 11 on the night for Olivia Matthews, having one of her best games of the season. She's in double digits in kills and digs. 11 kills, 11 digs. Great night for the Owls. Number 3 player. And Alexa Price attacks now. It's going to be Plymouth State scoring that time. Sydney Morgan was in the game for a moment for the Owls. She served, but the Panthers scored. Now serving for them is Ari Linden. Olivia Matthew with a dig. Bailey Wilson over to Neve Dodd. The Panthers all over that attack. Now Alicia Flanagan attacks. It goes out of bounds. Keene State scores once again. It's 20-16. The Owls have that 4-point lead. If they win this set, they will win the match and move on to Willimantic, where the semifinals and finals will be played. That's at Eastern Connecticut State University. Bailey Wilson bumps it over the net. The Panthers scrambling, trying to get it back over, and they do. Now Wilson will set up Olivia Matthew with an attack. It gets blocked. Megan Palmer over to Olivia Matthew. Blocked once again by the Panthers. But it's going to be Keene State point that time. They managed to get it back onto the Panthers side of the court. And the Panthers tried hitting it back. It bounced off the net. Kate West will serve for Keene. Alexa Price hits it over to Alicia Flanagan. Flanagan knocks it out of bounds. That'll be a point for the Owls. And Plymouth State will call a timeout as the Owls are 3 points away from sending Plymouth State home in this tournament. It's 22-16, and the Panthers need to make a comeback now to avoid elimination from the LEC tournament. Now some quick stats updates. Your leaders in this game for kills are Megan Palmer and Olivia Matthew. For Keene State, they're both in double digits. And also Riley Bunker has 14 digs. Kate West has 13. The 2 liberos for the Owls leading the way for them in digs. And Bailey Wilson with 30 assists. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, Alexis Bowers, Alexa Price, and Alicia Flanagan all have 4 kills. They lead the way for their team. Flanagan also has 10 digs, and Price has 10 digs too, which lead the way. Price and Flanagan with great matches so far. We're back underway here. Kate West serves. Now Alicia Flanagan tries attacking, can't get it over the net though. And the Owls are just 2 points away from moving on to the semifinals in Eastern Connecticut. Kate West will serve again. Alexa Price will set up Linden. Right now Riley Bunker sets up Olivia Matthew with the attack. Panthers all over it. But that's an attack and kill for Francie Schaefer of the Panthers now. Plymouth State trailing by 6, and they have possession. They need to make something happen right now if they're going to stay in the LEC tournament. It's Alexa Price serving. Riley Bunker with a dig, and now Bailey Wilson over to Olivia Matthew. It's good! Olivia Matthew, attack and kill. And it is set and match point for the Owls. Olivia Matthew will serve. She's had an outstanding match for the Owls, possibly the MVP of the game. For Keene, and the Panthers hit it out of bounds. This one is over, ladies and gentlemen. 25-17, the final score of set number 3, and the Owls win it 3-0. Number 3, Keene State College eliminates number 6, Plymouth State University. Great season for the Panthers. They will be eliminated here in Spalding Gymnasium, and it'll be Keene State that will move on to Eastern Connecticut for the semifinals. And tune in for this rematch on November 2nd at Eastern Connecticut, wherever you can find their streaming site. I'm sure it's on their website. Point is UMass Boston, Keene State. The Owls will move on to face UMass Boston in a redemption match. UMass Boston was able to defeat the Owls about a week or two ago, that was the match that ensured the Owls would not be #1 seed this season. And the Owls haven't defeated UMass Boston in a decade. The last time they did it was in 2008 in the LEC tournament finals. So will they be able to do it? It's UMass Boston versus Keene State College in the semifinals. Number 2 UMass Boston, number 3 Keene State. Once again, that'll be played in Eastern Connecticut. And then the winner from the Western Connecticut versus Rhode Island College match will face number 1 Eastern Connecticut that night as well. We'd like to thank you for joining us here on the Owls Media Network. Keene State College wins 3-0 over the Plymouth State Panthers, and the Owls will be moving on to Willimantic for the semifinals. Thank you for joining us, and have a good night, everyone.